For WKU students who live off campus, it's just as important to make sure that you follow WKU's plan, and that starts with picking up your phone and dialing WKU's COVID-19 hotline. According to WKU's 2019 fact book, there were 729 Hispanic students on the campus. That makes up 4.1% of undergraduate and 3.1% of graduate students. 17 years of children have played in these classrooms, but for the owner, it's not just a daycare, it's actually a calling. Normally you would see people physically stuffing this bus, but this year, in order to maintain social distancing, they've decided to do a drive-through drop-off. That way people can donate and still maintain social distance. Ray Page of Brownsville buys a ticket every year just for the cause. He says he never expected to win, but the dream comes true. This key will get you in the door, but once you're there, what protections do you have? In Bowling Green, it may not be as many as you think. Disposable masks like this one should be replaced regularly, and any cloth mask should be washed after use. But one thing's for sure, you should never microwave your mask. This is a door Dee has helped others open volunteering with Habitat for Humanity, but she tells me she never thought one day it would be her. Home is supposed to be your safe space, but for 1 in 5 women and 1 in 12 men, they'll be physically abused by their domestic partner. Jean, there have been over 18,000 cases of pregnant women with COVID-19 and 39 deaths, according to the CDC. This is the latest breakdown of cases. As you can see, the most are in the age range of 25 to 29. Whether it's virtual, in person, or homeschooling, the parents say sometimes it's just too much. Caring is in full bloom as partners of United Way give back to the community. And on this Friday, they're giving beautiful bouquets to the elderly. Pandemic or not, WKU is planning to return in the fall. And if you haven't taken a look at the plan yet, we've got you covered. The United States Health and Human Services website is a good way to explore which kinds of programs and services are available to you. But for Blake, who would be off his parents' insurance and without a job, he would have few options.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gene Burke. Detention centers are taking a hard hit during this pandemic. The Barron County Jail has 63 positive cases out of 216 inmates. 13 News reporter Ashton Jones talked with the detention center and a mother who says her daughter is not getting proper care.
I know they're in there for a reason, but still, they're still human beings.
A concerned mother talks about her daughter in the Barron County Detention Center. She's asked to remain anonymous to protect her daughter from backlash, but she says she's worried for her health as her daughter has COVID-19.
It's very upsetting to me. It's very upsetting for the families. You know, they're out here and their children's in there, then we're worried to death about them because they're not getting any medical treatment.
She and her daughter talk on the phone often. The daughter says the only treatment is Tylenol, and she doesn't always get hers. But the jailer says they haven't had any medical treatment because cases inside are mild.
I definitely want to tell them when they call and ask, have they been tested, what the results are, especially the ones that are negative. You want to give them that ease, but we're not at liberty to release that information due to HIPAA.
The detention center says transparency is so important right now because of COVID-19. That's why they're releasing the statistics of inmates who have the virus.
Right now we have planned that we're going to get more tests done on Wednesday for the ones that did test negative, but if they're in those same cells with the ones that tested positive, they still have a high chance of testing positive themselves.
Inmates and staff all underwent testing after some staff came back positive for COVID-19. As of the 18th, 63 of the 216 residents tested positive. 10 employees out of the 47 tested positive, and 1 more employee tested positive this morning. Bennett says right now they're doing what they can to separate the positives and the negatives. So far, no one's been released for illness.
That's all up to the judges to make those decisions if they're going to leave. And to this point, right now, no. But the judges have been notified of everybody that has been positive.
Reporting in Barron County, Ashton Jones, 13 News.
Local homeless shelters are taking new measures to make sure the needy are cared for. 13 News reporter Ashton Jones spoke with 2 shelters about why their services are more essential than ever.
You know the effect of COVID-19 in your home. But what about for those without a home? Elmo Hill works at the Salvation Army, and he's been in those shoes.
About a year ago, I was homeless and hungry. But the big man upstairs came through for me.
He says right now, during the pandemic, they're more important than ever.
Everybody has fallen on hard times, one way or the other. And this is one of the most caring organizations that I can think of.
In 2019, the Kentucky Housing Corporation found there were over 4,000 homeless individuals in Kentucky. And local homeless shelter Room in the Inn says they're seeing more and more coming in.
It's been rough. We've had several folks that coming in that this is their first time homeless, and I would guess that some of it has to do directly with COVID.
Because of COVID-19, the shelters are taking protective measures so they can continue to house and to help.
And we do require each and every person to wear a mask because you never know how you're going to cross by each other, whether you go to the restroom, down the hallways, in the dining rooms.
Despite challenges, Room at the Inn is providing shelter during the day while the Salvation Army allows the needy to stay overnight. Both provide food and services with the help of the community.
We trust that because of what you're doing for us, we are able to provide for those in the community, which is providing hope. We're giving them an opportunity to know that people still love and care about them.
Reporting in Bowling Green, Ashton Jones, 13 News.